currently serving as the Precinct 10 Chair for the Republican Party in Hill County. I've had the privilege and honor of working with all the great folks on the executive committee. They work hard for everybody. There's not as much to do here in Hill County as others, since we are so strongly conservative and Republican. But when we need to come together to make things happen, we do. So I would like to thank all of them at the same time. My family's lived here for 25 years, and my childhood has been in Johnson County, but when I turned the age where I could make the conscious decision where I wanted to live, there was no doubt it's Hill County. We built our dream home here. We became part of the community. We stayed pretty much in the background. And we had a family that would talk about politics and government around the table at home, and we all agreed with each other, argued amongst each other, but really, that gets us nowhere. We're preaching to the choir when we do that. So I made a promise to my mom that I would get involved in politics. And one day I went down to the Hill County Republican Party meeting and met Mr. Orr and some others, and eventually worked my way up to where I am now.
All of the remaining questions will be 1-minute responses. What calculations are involved with the Office of the Tax Assessor Collector?
The appraisal district puts the value on our properties. From there, they'll take the appraisal and anything else that affects your appraisal and sends it on to the tax office. The tax office will calculate, depending on all of the different entities that the taxes actually go to, they'll calculate that, apply that to your property, and they'll send out the bill to you. They do not put values on property. They basically are what the title says. They assess, in other words, they calculate, not put a value on the property. And then from there, they make sure that the calculations are correct and that your bill is correct and everyone gets the funds that they should get within each entity that the money should go to.
Explain the process of handling the tax collection for an entity. 1 minute.
The money that comes in as a whole is distributed out between each one of the taxing entities. Each one will have a different tax rate that is set by the Commissioner's Court, and again, distributed out. I basically answered this in the first question. And it's very important that these different entities get their funding. There have in the past been some miscalculations, and substantial time was missed that created meetings that were unnecessary because of those dates not being met. And it's imperative that we get the funding to these different entities. And that's one reason that I'm running, is because we have failed at that, and I think we can do a much better job at staying on task and making sure that the funding goes where it's supposed to, everything is calculated correctly, and everything is fair across the board.